Skeleton!
Go on, you get out of here now. Beat it. Outside. Outside. Yeah! Hey!
And one fish, two fish. And one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. And one fish, two fish. And a red fish, blue fish. All right, I think we're good. Hey, Rod. Good night, Charles. I think we're good. Hey, Rod. Good night, Charles. Oh, I'm still echoing. Hold on. Let's check the YouTube. Echoing. Hold on. Let's check the YouTube. Okay, YouTube is good. Rod is totally not building nukes in his basement. Definitely not getting kidnapped. Although ICE will grab anybody. Legality has nothing to do with the brown shirts. I mean the ICE. Might as well be brown shirts. Anyhow, what are we doing today? I am totally unmotivated today. Oh, by the way, happy National Picnic Day. It's also Cherry Cheesecake Day. Although my AI generated, which is basically a cranberry cheesecake instead of a cherry cheesecake. Close enough. Red berries, it says. And we're good to go. Yeah, totally unmotivated, so we're just gonna render out thumbs. Sorry. I'm making good progress on the showgirl outfit. Although I wasted too much time working on shoes. And make those ants go away. Yeah, I know. Well, it can't be a proper picnic without ants. Sorry, that's just the law. The law of the West. What are we doing? I'm going to open up the thumbnail file. File, open recent, Marabou thumbs. There we go. We're not going to save changes. So we're making map files tonight for an outfit. I have some ideas what I want to do next, but nothing really definitive yet. So I don't want to get started on that just yet. I'm just tired today. Tired and unmotivated. It's one of those days. There we go. We're waiting for the thumbnail file to open up. So what we're going to do is I've got most of the material files. I want to make some more. I want material files that are just changed the gem colors on the headpiece and the feather colors. So we're going to do those. We're going to make thumbnails for everything. If I have any time left, I'll start taking we'll start breaking the suit up into different parts. So that's where we are. I'm still isn't up. There we go. Shoes. We're going to render thumbnails for shoes to start with. So we're going to hide the feet. I know it's your favorite part. You've been spending a few days getting all your runtimes sorted out. Oh no. It just happens that way, right? Just from neglect. Okay, I'm gonna back that up just a little bit. Okay, I use a thumbnail script thing. So we're gonna name this DS thumbnail focus. I'm gonna do that. We're just gonna take a quick peek here at our iRay and make sure my lighting's kind of looking okay. I think that's fine. Let's apply. Let's apply the white to the shoes. I think that's going to be fine. Let's hide that. Let's bring this back in. So that's kind of what the shoes are looking like. So what I'm going to do is we're going to take all the shoe files. We're going to move them over here. Let's do this. Let's browse to our folder location. Also, I'm going to, oops, let's not do that. Let's do this so it can stay in on stream. So we're looking for right here, the Marabou heels. So I'm collecting up all the heel files here. I'm just going to shuffle them over here for right now. We're going to delete all the PNGs. So let's sort by type, because we're going to replace all of these with good ones. There we go. All right, we're good to go. Do that. Hit save on this. Switch this back over to texture shaded. Let's load in the script that makes thumbnails. Thumbnail Mastery. I picked this up at Daz. So let's come over here, here. So we're going to use this file. We're going to save stuff to. Now we have to find the folder I want to save stuff to. So in the burlesque folder, in the Marabou Showgirl, people, I think I'm in Genesis 8, clothing, materials, hierarchical. I'm in the wrong one. It's probably over 9 then. No, wait, I think I was in the right one. I'm not supposed to see anything here. Okay, select the things we want to make thumbnails for. There they are. We're just going to select all these material files. Open them up. All right, ready to go. Now it's just going to automatically run. So, yeah, let's do that. Create thumbnails. Next step. Are you sure? No, I'm not. Let's say no, because I want to do this thing right here. I want to set that to make thumbnails and tip files. There we go. Now we're going to create thumbnails. Now we're going to say yes. So basically what it's going to do is it's going to close this scene and open up the scene that we told it to up here. Then it's going to take each of these. It's going to apply it to the thing that we renamed DS thumbnail focus. So it's going to select that. It's going to run the preset. It's going to apply the material. It's going to render out a small thumbnail and a tip file. And it's going to save them over here. So I need to do that for the shoes, the outfit, and then I'm going to do 3 parts for the headpiece. We're going to do like the base. We're going to do the main color for the headpiece. We're also going to separate out feathers and gemstones. So I still got to make some material files in here. Also, I got to save it out. We got to make thumbnails for the individual parts. We'll do that as well tonight. So this, but if the outfit breaks into 6 parts, we might do that too. We'll see. It's still loading in the assets. I should probably have cleaned that file up. We're still waiting for the file to open. Oh no. I feel like that's half my life, waiting for things to open and figuring out where to save something. Oh no, it didn't find a thing. Dang it. Did I not? You know what I'm going to do? I must have named it wrong or something. Let's try this again. DS thumbnail focus. I must have misspelled focus, I think. Yep. I'm going to get rid of this other stuff in here. Okay, now I think we're ready to go. So we're going to have to save and run it again. And it's the same. I will give this program credit. It remembers where it was last time. So this isn't too painful. Nope, I forgot to actually say select folder. And we're back to where we were before. No navigating. I love no navigating. All right. Create thumbnails. Here's hoping that I hit save. I think I did. It should load a lot quicker than it did last time because we deleted some of the stuff that was in the scene that we didn't need. So I actually spent almost 2 days just working on shoes. I thought I was close to being done last night when I realized I didn't like the way they were looking and I redid them. I'm still not crazy about them. Oh my god, it hasn't even closed the file yet. Does take so freaking long to just close something. Okay, now it's finally starting to open the new file. Hopefully this works. We're waiting. We're waiting. Can I move this? So we can kind of see the scene. There it goes. It's loaded in. It's applied the black mat. It's rendering a thumbnail. It rendered a TIFF file. It made the blue one. It's rendering a thumbnail. It's rendering a TIFF file. It's rendering a thumbnail. It's rendering a TIFF file. Once it actually gets going, it's not too bad. And then we can pop over here and take a look. There we go. So we have 8 colors in clean and worn versions is what we're making thumbnails for. He spent most of last week over the killer views, those 4 fine folks. Oh, really? I didn't watch too much of that. I kept tuning in after I did catch the launch. And I tuned in just after the splashdown. But I missed a lot of it. I watched a little bit of it on NASA, but it's like before they were even halfway to the moon. And I was like thinking, well, what day did they go around the? Oh, that was yesterday. They went around the moon. Oh well, maybe, maybe, maybe next time. It was kind of exciting though. People actually getting around the moon again. All right, we got one more to go. I'm going to change the names to these. We're going to add a DUF in here. Daz is perfectly fine with it like this, but it prefers if you got a .duf.png in here. So we're going to clean that up just a little bit. And then we're going to move these back and we'll go on to the next set. We'll render the outfit next. I think this is good. All right. I'll use my little rename here. Rename with Power Renamer. What we want to do is we want to rename PNG to be Duff PNG. Apply that. Should be good. Now we can pop over here. Finished. I'm going to close that. We'll pop over here and we'll do a refresh. Oh, it's looking good. Do that. We can see our little yay. Just once you want to see one of those big rocks lift off in person. That would be kind of big rockets. That would be kind of cool. You'd fill up a couple of carts, and I imagine so. Okay. Shoes are done. Oh no, I can't because. Nope. Can I try again? Oh, yippee skippy. Something. All right, let's delete you. So what did I get stuck with? Something didn't want to move. That file doesn't want to move. Something's hanging that up. It's probably. I'm not sure what it is. It's a little annoying. Oh, to not only hear the rumble but feel. Oh, I probably not, but it still would be cool. All right, we're going to do these headdress pieces now. I can't move that. You know what? I'm going to shut my DAS down and we're going to restart it. And then I'm going to see if I can move that file. Windows doesn't want to move that. Something says it's mine. No, that's mine. You can't have it. So Windows is saying, "Oh, sorry, dude. You can't move that." All right. Is Windows still closing? DAS is still closing. I should just Control Alt deleted it. All right. How can I move you? Okay, now I can move you. Okay. Now we'll do the head pieces. We're going to come all the way down to here. And we'll just slide those into this hierarchical material file for a couple minutes. I'm going to relaunch DAS. And we're going to bring in a copy of the headpiece. I'm going to do what we did on the other one. We're going to name that DS thumbnail focus. I think that is still sitting. Yeah, it's still sitting. I haven't saved it for G8 yet, so we're going to go get the G9 one right there. We're just going to zoom in, get that kind of framed up all nice and pretty. I'm in the wrong file. Open recent. We want to open the thumbs. So painfully slow. And I didn't get anything to drink. Damn it. I was weak at the store. I bought Coca-Cola. A lot of it. Are we there yet? I'm there. All right. We're good to go. We're going to do the same thing we did. We're going to rename this DS thumbnail capital F focus. Should be good. DS thumbnail focus should be fine. Hit save. Get and run the script again. Come over here. It remembers. I love that. We were going to use the same folder. There are the presets for the headpiece, so we're just going to say we're going to use all of those. Should be good to go. We're still doing 91 by 256 by 256. Create thumbnails. I think I said save. I hope I hit save, otherwise I'm wasting another 5 minutes. Nope, it loaded up already. Look at it go, baby. Oh no, I left the old ones in here. Damn it. There's the good one. You know what we're going to do? I'm just going to delete all of these before it gets to them. Are you not refreshing? Oh no, there's the black one. I see you. There's the blue one. You know what? I don't need that. This is taking a little longer to, because it's so shiny. There's our blue one. The teeny ones run there fast. These ones are under a little bit slower. There's the gold one. It's starting the green one. So there's 16 sets of these, and we're through 3. So 16 sets with a thumbnail and a tip file means, 32. We are currently at 8. We're at 25% through already. These look so pretty. I like the way these are looking, actually. My feathers aren't the most realistic, but they look kind of cool. I was thinking about doing a carnival outfit, but then I realized that I only needed like 2 square inches of tape for that. So maybe not. Maybe something with a little bit more fabric. I think that's famously the smallest carnival outfit ever worn. It was maybe 2 square inches of basically tape. Which means not nude. That's all it took. All right, we're on the silver one. When we get the white one done, we're halfway there. Then we do the dirty versions. Then we'll render out the outfit thumbnails. These have got all this glass and shiny stuff, so it's running a little bit slower than the shoes did. So the silver looks an awful lot like the white. It's just a little bit bluer. And with that, we are halfway through. We're now rendering out the dirt, the worn versions, worn in black, which looks an awful lot like the black because dirt doesn't show up really well on black, which is the reason why you wear black all the time. If it wasn't for the smell, nobody would ever know you've been wearing the same pair of pants for 2 years. because they're black. All right, you're getting there. Here's the dirty blue. These feathers really look dirty. I'm thinking I might tweak the color of the feathers a little bit. Maybe not. So this actually looks a little lighter than that just because of the way the dirt plays with the light. The dirty blue, you can barely even see any blue in there. It's so dirty. And that almost looks like a dark teal. You got the dingy gold. All right, we're moving on. What's after gold? Green. So the clean green, dirty green goes right there. There it is. There we go. There's the dirty pink one. Okay, we got red up next. I don't know if you can hear it, but my computer is screaming in the background. Fans activated to 100. I wonder how warm it's getting. It's that time of year where I got to pay attention to the temperature again. What did we get to? 68? Oh no, sorry about that. MSI Afterburner activated. Hey, there's a new version for download. Yeah, alright, whatever. My GPU is running at 79 and 80. C. What do they do? Ooh. Always makes me nervous when it gets over 81, although these things are rated to go up to 90. Where are we at? Where are we at? We're on the last one. Then we'll render out the thumbnails for the outfit itself. Should be good. All right, we'll do that. All right, let's see if any of these get stuck like they did last time. The humidity or anything. Oh, that's right. It's the humidity that gets to you. Oh no, it's the gold one got stuck again. What the hell? I gotta shut it down again because I got this little gold thing stuck in here again. Anyhow, let's set this up for the next renter. So we're going to go ahead and get the outfit in here. And we'll just focus up on that. Kind of get that up into the thumb like so. Then we're going to rename this DS Nail. Focus. And I'm going to hit save on this. So that's ready to go. So we're going to shut Daz down again because I got to be able to move that thing. That shut down kind of quick that time. Let's see. Can I move you now? Okay, now we can move it. All right. Somehow Daz is getting that stuff locked up. Okay, so we're going to come down here to the outfits and we're going to grab all the outfit files and we'll go hide them in this empty directory for a little bit. And I'm going to start Daz again. I hit the button a couple minutes ago or a few seconds ago, but it didn't do anything because that's the way Daz rolls. Daz is going, nah, bro, I'm still doing shit in the background. We're going to open when we damn well please. And right now we don't damn well please. Anyhow, we're good to go. Let's run the script. Thumbnail master. You know what? This time I'm going to remember to delete. I'm going to remember to delete all of these before. Oh, and I forgot to rename the other ones. I'll do that while this is cranking stuff out. Anyhow, we want Marabo thumbs. I'm going to save it in this empty hierarchical material file. We're going to select our presets, those 16 files. All right, now we're ready to go. Hey, create them thumbnails. And it says 91 by 256, so we're good. Yes, please. Okay, so while it's doing that, I'm going to come over here. I forgot to rename. Rename these. I wanted to rename these, so I'm going to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. There we go. We'll activate our renamer here. Oh, and we're all good to go because that's what I was doing last time. So that should fix all of this. We can't actually check it in Daz yet because Daz is busy. Daz be making thumbnails. I think this is going a little bit faster actually than the headpiece. Headpiece had those glass gems in it, which kind of really ate up the processing. But we can pop in here. You see, we're on the blue already. That thumbnail file opens up a lot faster when I only have the one thing in it. I should have capped that at 2,000 instead of 4,000 or 5,000. For what I do, 2,000 iterations is generally way more than enough. The gold's going to be the hero texture, I think, with this set. Slowly rendering. Okay, that should have done the thumbnail. Now it's rendering the tip file for the green. That'll take a little bit longer. How long are you taking, by the way? I'm going to take a look at the timer here and see what it says. 13, 15, 17, 19, 21, 23, 25, 27, 29, 31, 33. So that took 33 seconds to render. So that should give us an estimate on how we've got left. So we've gotten 12 more to go. Means we'll probably be spending another 6 minutes. ETA of finishing of about 750, let's say, for a little bit of error. You saw the orthosurgeon yesterday. He's quite happy. Hey, good progress. Wants to try using shoes for short periods around the house. Nice. I'm glad to hear that, Rod. Where are we at? We're running the red. I would imagine. There's the red. After red, I think I have silver. And then white. This is so much easier than running them out individually and then resizing and renaming stuff. But it doesn't make for really exciting streaming content. I will admit to that. We're at the halfway point. Are we going to make 750 or is it going to be past 750? Will it come in at 751? Probably 751 at the rate I'm looking at it now. All right, there's the white one. That looks really blurry because that's a teeny little thing, just made really too big. Where are we at? Ooh, the Warren Black one's done. We're moving on to the Warren Blue one. Now you just need to finish your quarter size radio controlled B2 at the garage. That would feel very gratifying, wouldn't it? You know, the GPUs like that a little bit better than like the other ones. Where are we at? We're on the gold. All right, 6 more to do, including the gold. So we're going to now set up the headpiece for Genesis 8. You know what? I think I'm going to try to break I think I'm ready to break the suit apart at this point. So we're going to separate out the cuffs. And I think I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, and then there'll be a top and a bottom. So we're going to run through a lot of tedious renaming and saving, deleting stuff. So I'm going to load in the outfit. We're going to delete everything but like a cuff and then rename it and save it. It's just a cuff. Then we're going to reload the outfit, delete everything except for the arm part. So there's a wrist arm cuff. So we got to do that. And then we got to do it for Genesis 9. Then we're going to make some thumbnails with that. We're on the green one right now, so we're moving along. We've got 4 more of these worn textures to generate thumbnails for. After we break that apart, we'll probably... I need extra thumbnails. I want a thumbnail that will just change the feather color. I also want a preset, and I also want a preset that will just change the gems, so you could mix and match. I'm not going to make mixing and matching with the outfit a thing. It doesn't really, I don't feel it really lends itself to that. But I think the headpiece kind of does, so we're going to do that. Oh no, it's 7:50 already. We're not done. I'm off schedule. I still have 2 more to go. We might finish by 7:51. Where are we at? Still got 22 seconds on this one. All right, we're on the last one. It's still 7:50. Yep, we're going to get the last one in by 7:51. It is now 7:51. It's rushing. Will it make it? I'm optimistic since this is only taking about 33 seconds to render with these. We're getting there. We're getting there. Closer and closer. Is it done? It's done. All right, let's see if I have to restart this. Can I move all of you? Am I going to get the one? What is with the gold? What the hell? What the hell is going on with that? Maybe I need to refresh something in here. Let's try that. See if I can get it to move. So I'm going to refresh you. Refresh that. All right, can I move this now? I still can't move it. I got to close Daz down for whatever reason. Okay, so we're going to take a break from doing thumbnails and we're going to work on getting the outfit split it up into different parts. Actually, we're going to make thumbnails for those as we go. Nope. All right, that closed really fast. Let's see if it opens fast. So now I should be able to get this stuck file moved back to where it belongs. I tried restarting too fast and nothing happened. Alrighty, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to open up that thumbnail file. And I'm going to delete that because we're going to do Genesis 8. So let's get a Genesis 8 in here. And that's a wrist cuff, arm cuff, right, left, top, bottom. Okie dokie. Genesis Marabou outfit, Genesis 8 female. Dun dun dun. Looking good. I got the materials applied to it. I think my D4 settings are probably okay. Seems to be working okay. I'm going to stop that. Going to do that. We're just going to double check and make sure that we have all of the... I'm on the wrong thing. Over in here. Okay. So I cleaned that up, but I've got all these extra. So we're going to run in the data folder and get rid of these duplicate morph targets. I thought I had cleaned them up, but obviously I hadn't. And then I'm going to save this and reload it back in. So we'll come over here, run over to the data, run over to here, here, and we are looking for the outfit G8. And we'll come down here into the morphs. And what we are looking for, my duplicates are right in here. All right, so we're going to come down the list wherever it says 2. Loosen midriff, loosen neck. Loosen midriff, loosen neck. Those are 2 that we don't need right there. Loosen sleeve short. We got 2 of those. Get rid of that. Waist lower, waist upper, and a wrist. Lower, upper, and a wrist. Okay, get rid of those. Okay, now I'm going to delete you and reload you in without those extra morphs. If I don't delete them out of here, they will come back. So we should be good now. So we'll just come. Did I not put you? Let's try this. Make sure I have that selected. Load. All right, there we go. We're pairing it properly. Double check this. No more duplicates. After I break this up, we've got a lot of cleaning up to do. So we're going to start with this wrist. And we're going to do this in baby steps. First things first, I'm going to rename it. We'll do the scene identifier. So this is going to be Marabou. And I'm going to call you wrist cuff R. And, you know, we're just going to do the same thing, except this one's going to be wrist cuff R G8 female. Like so. All right, you are an arm accessory, so we're going to change that right in here. An accessory for an arm, for a right arm near the wrist. Accept that. Okay, now we'll come into the geometry editor. Come over here to tools. Going to click on that and just expand it. So I have the whole, that thing selected. So do I delete? I have to invert the selection, so we'll do that. Invert selection, and then we're just going to delete all of this. Okie dokie. Then we'll just save this now. I'm just going to copy this. Do that. Which folder I'm in? Genesis 8 clothing. All right, we're in the right place. Marabou wrist cuff right G8 female. Looking good. Say save on that. product. I gotta say Marabou. Marabou wrist cuff RG8 female. And that's set, so accept that. Should be good. Delete. Reload the outfit. All right, we're going to do this one now. I selected the wrong thing. I have a quick deselect button up here. There we go. I meant to choose that. And now we can do that. There we got the whole thing selected. Is there Control I? Does that work? Control Shift I? That would have been too easy. Never mind. And now I've lost my selection. Got my selection back. Geometry selection. Invert. Control slash. Or is that a backslash? I can never remember. I think that's a slash. Invert. There we go. All right, let's do the let's come on here and rename it. I've got too much stuff selected in here. Dang it. I think, did I lose? Nope, I still have everything selected. Scene identifier. So right here, are you still on the clipboard? You are. You're going to be cuff L. And you're going to be cuff L. And you're going to be an accessory, yada, 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 yada. Accessory arm right upper. There we go. Oh, you're not cuff L. You're the arm cuff. Dang it. Arm cuff. And you're an R. Good catch, Rod. Arm cuff. And you get to say R. And you're an arm right upper. Okay, and we accept that. Okay, now we're going to delete. Delete selected polygons. There we go. We got nothing left but the one piece. So we're going to save you as arm cuff. Make sure we choose the right product. Make sure that says arm cuff. Arm right upper, like we said earlier. All right, moving along. Load. Oh, you just wish that it... All right. Where are we? We'll do the other side now. I once again selected the wrong thing. I'm just gonna, dang you, you don't close on me. Okay, select that. Do this. Expand that selection. Control, invert the selection. There we go. We're gonna rename you wrist cuff L G8 female. We're going to pop over here. You need to figure out which. There's probably something. Scene identifier. There we go. Like that. You say wrist cuff. You're good. I'm going to switch this. Once again, we're an accessory. We're the arm. This time we're on the left arm and the wrist. Accept that. Geometry editing. Delete selected polygons. Is good. Then we save you. Wrist cuff L. sure that looks good. Make sure that doesn't overwrite something. And should be good there. Select, load, select, expand and invert. Pop over into the here. We're going to rename you arm cuff L. I don't want this on the end of this one. All right. Oh yeah, content type. Once again, accessory, arm, left, and this one's the upper. Okay, I think we got everything selected, so we should be able to just delete the selected polys. Save this. You know what? I should rename these cuff so they all get grouped together. We're going to do that. We'll do that just in 1 second here. So you're the L. So right here, arm cuff L Genesis 8 looks good. Accept that. So I'm going to come in here. We'll just rename these so that it says cuff arm and cuff wrist. This way they're all grouped together like this. Rename that. Get rid of that. Move that to there. All right, over here. Rename that. Have it say cuff right there. And then we'll do the same thing with this one. All right, this way the cuffs are all in the same. That works. Okay. And did I say I did? So that was the last one of the cuffs. Now we'll do the top and the bottom. And we can kind of do the same drill. What is the geometry? Select connected, control asterisk, that's it. So control asterisk, and I got the wrong thing. Once again, I had the Genesis selected. And what was, did I just say? Control asterisk has that, control inverts. Asset, no, it's edit, scene identifier. Marabou Showgirl. Actually, we're going to say Marabou top. We just call this a shirt right here. Okay, accept that. We're geometry editing, right? And we're deleting, and we're saying okay. And we got nothing but the top left. And then we're just going to save that. Do this. Make sure that says top. That says shirt. Looking good. Alrighty, one more to go. Then we'll render out the thumbnails. Then we'll think about cleaning up the Genesis 9 versions. All right, so we're going to load in this. At this point, I'm going to probably move this out of the way. BRB. All right, see you when you get back, Rod. Let's select that. Get the connected once again. We're renaming you again. This is the bottom. And I'm just going to say pant. I can't say underwear. You know what? We're going to call these underwears. I'm going to say underwear bottom on that one. All right, I think I've made my selection. I think we're ready to delete. Okay, looks good. Are you still deforcing? Well, that's what it was probably doing. All right, cancel that. Clear that. All right, let's save this now. All right. Choose the, make sure that's good. That looked fine and accept that. Okay, so I don't actually need the combined file anymore, so I'm going to shuffle that out of the way. We'll just cut it and we'll just stick it right up in here where the sun don't shine. All right, I think we're good. So for the headpiece, we're going to set up the headpiece for Genesis 8. I haven't done that yet. And we're basically just going to take the Genesis 9, parent it to her head. And just size it up so it fits a little bit better. So we're going to kind of want you in here. We might need to scale, but we'll see. Yeah, we're going to scale that up just ever so slightly. Probably good. Maybe like that. I think that's fine. Going ahead and put a memorize on that. And then I'm just going to save this as a wearable preset. Right in here. Oh, I got to select you. That's right. And you're the headpiece. So we're just going to come in here and call you headpiece. And I don't need the bottom. I just want that. Except that should be good. I'm also at this point going to save. We're going to redo a couple of things with the shoes. I'm going to come back and touch on those. No, I'm going to do those now. Okay, so that saves over. That was fun. Let's delete this stuff out. That and that. I'm going to resave the shoes so that they load in with the pose file. Not with the legs post, though. And then we're going to my shoes got janky again. What the hell? That's a little better. I still have to work on the shoes some. Shoes need a little more loving. Anyhow, I can start doing some other stuff. I'll probably redo this later, but so we're going to select this. We're going to save a hierarchical pose for the shoes. Actually, there's a way to do that. I'm going to choose the toes. We're going to actually come here and expand that. Come over here and expand that. Then I'm going to select, and then we're going to deselect these three in the middle here. Okay, now I'm going to save that pose. Hierarchical pose preset. This will mean the pose will work if I have the shoe selected by accident. Right there. I'm going to save you over that. Marabou heels pose G8 female. Yes, sir. For this, I'm just going to right check and say check scene selected only. That's why I went to all the trouble to go select those. And then we just accept that and it should save. Is it still saving? It's still saving. I think it's done. All right. Now I'm going to save these as a wearable preset so we can save the pose with them. And I'm going to save you over this one right here. Oh, no, you know what? I think I chose the wrong one, didn't I? Let's delete you. I'm confusing myself. You know what? I don't think you're the most recent one, are you? You're from 327. You're from 339. That's probably the good one right there. So you know what? I'm going to shuffle this out of here. We'll just hide it up here. And then we'll come back here. And I'm going to delete. That might be why my shoes are looking janky. I opened up an old version. So we do that. I'm going to apply those. That looks so much better. That doesn't have a color though. Let's give it a hero. The hero textures, that's going to be the gold. So we're going to put the gold on there. There we go. Now I'm good. Now we come back over here. I'm going to rename you now. I got to rename this. You know what? I'm going to rename this, resave it. I'm still saving it as O2 in the background, but we're going to have it user facing be just 0. So let's save you over this. You see that? I'm not going to touch that. That's the name that is going to be called in the data folder. Uh-oh, looks like storms rolling in every 2 to 3 days. Well, that makes things interesting. Is that called April showers? Is that what that is? I've heard rumors of that thing. Once upon a time. Is this good? Footwear? Marabou? Marabou? Bow? Marabou? I looked up the pronunciation, so of course I'm not getting it right. Okay, it's good. Now we're going to save this. Actually, let me double check something. Oh, look at that janky ass name. I'm going to resave this. All right, we're going to redo over the heels. Say yes to that. Yeah, you call it other things too. This is good. I'm going to accept that. I'm going to come over here, rename you, get rid of that little 2 on the end. I'm going to now save this as a wearable. Oh no. Dang, I got to touch up the weight map on that shit. Shoes are going to be the end of me. I'm going to set you as a wearable preset. I'm going to overwrite that. And we're going to save this with the foot pose. Oops, I didn't want to check on you. There you go, left foot. And the right foot, and save that. Now we have that saved. All right, now we'll render some thumbnails out as soon as this comes back. It is back. All right, let's do that. Okay, let's hide the Genesis. All right, render. Okay, hold on. I'll be right back. All right, we're back. I was just double checking where this was going to save. So render the thumbnail. This is actually the tip file. We'll make the thumbnails in a minute here. There we go. It's gold with like a golden silk. So that's probably good enough. And I'm gonna save you over that. All right, and we're gonna do this, and I'm gonna put the bottom on. So we're gonna zoom in on that. Make a thumbnail of this. Looking good. It's so shiny. Probably good enough. And then we save you over that. Say yes. All right. I'm going to go ahead and hide those. Select this, load that. This is the left arm cuff of the cuff arm left. Probably good enough. That's the right side. Probably good enough. We're stopping before it gets to 100 because it's a thumbnail. It only needs to look so good. All right, where are we at? We are on. I just applied that to the wrong thing. Okay, we're on the right. Did I save? That's the left wrist. It's labeled right. I gotta resave that. That was the left. Cuff wrist left. Cuff left. Wrist cuff left. It's fine. Product. Let's make sure I'm giving it the right product name. Should be good. I'll render that. I'll have to take a peek in the data folder, make sure I don't got any weird extraneous crap we don't need. All right, fine. All right, wrist left. Wrist right. Good enough. And wrist right, there we go. Get that so it just fits. Render that. These are the things that were rendering a little slow before. You know, good enough. Okay, what's the last thing? Last thing is the top. Probably good enough. Looking nice. So I'm going to load everything in and then save the full outfit. That's probably working. So that goes there. All right, let me clear everything out and then we'll reload. So we have our Genesis 8 female right there. Not that you can see her. And then there's the bottom. There's the arm cuff. The arm cuff. Arm cuff right. Wrist cuff left. Wrist cuff right. The headpiece. The heels. And the top. Okay, so with this selected, we're going to do save as a wearable preset. And I'm just going to call that Marabou. And we're going to actually use an exclamation point here right in front of outfit. I'm allowed to do that. And GH female. And these are all the parts that are attached. That's good. We're also going to save the feet post for the shoes. So come over here and include pose. And we're just going to select the foots. The footses, the feetsies. The feet. Damn feet. There we go. So when you load this in, it'll automatically pose the feet. And then we do the little R like that. I don't know what I just hit. Maybe I hit, I don't know. That wasn't a render. That's a render. Oh, it was still saving. That's what it was. And with this, we're done rendering the tip files for this folder. So now we're going to convert these all into thumbnails. So save view over that. Yep. And then we'll just browse the folder location. And we're getting rid of these. Oh, I still have to render the feet. We'll go back and get that. Because I need that for the foot post thumbnail. Okay, so I'm going to bring that back in. I'm going to change that to a mannequin style shader for the feet. So I'm going to hide these, select that, come over here. And I just have a preset. Although I got to really reset that thing to be darker. I've been meaning to, and I just don't get around to it. And we render the feet. And this is the tip file for the pose. Is good. Do that. All right, so back over in here, we have deleted out all the teeny ones, and we're going to regenerate these in a smaller size. Nope, I'm missing one. There we go. So we're going to use our resize with image resizer. 91 by 91. Now the names of these are all wrong because it doesn't know how to name them properly, but we got a renamer for that. And in here, I am looking for this one here. We're going to replace that with just stuff and apply that. Should be good. All right, now when we come over till it just still looks like garbage, we have to do a refresh. There's all our beautiful, almost looks professional thumbnail files. Yay. All right, we're done. Hopefully these work. All right, we got these done. You've got these done. I'm still a little ways away from D-Force presets. These, and I have to rename these. Let's get these renamed. Since we're right here, we're like right next to it. Shaders. I'm just gonna call this Marabou. We'll just use the renamer with that, and we're gonna replace AO with Marabou. Should be good. Do you have a space behind you? You do. Alrighty. And then I also need to copy these over here. There we go. The generic shaders have been updated for this project. Now we're going to just break apart and then we're just going to do what we just did here, break it apart for Genesis 9 and make the thumbnails. So I don't need anymore. Bye-bye. So did that clean out? I got an awful lot of garbage in my startup stream. I'm a startup scene. Let's bring a Genesis 9 in here. Go back up a little bit. And then we'll just do the same thing. We're going to break apart the outfit first. So kind of the same thing we did. Scene identifier. I've got the wrong thing totally selected in here, don't I? So you are, we'll start with this and work our way down the other side. So you are cuff, wrist, R. G9. Well, actually, that's not going to say G9. You're just cuff, wrist, R. And then you are cuff, wrist, R, G9. And then right here, we're going to set that to be an accessory for the arm. And there you're the wrist. Okay. Take that, select this, expand, invert, delete. I deleted the wrong thing, so we got to do this all over. And that's not undoable. Apparently I didn't do the invert like I thought I was. So I got to rename this again. Good thing I have that on the clipboard. Saves a couple of seconds. And I totally got the wrong thing. Yeah, let's not change the Genesis 9 figure. Let's just change this. Once again, accessory arm right, wrist. Except, okay, grab that. Connected, invert, there we go. Delete. Okie dokie. All right, save as. Okay, we're going to run over. Actually, I'm going to cheat just a little bit and click on this, but then we're going to run back over here. Make sure not to save over Genesis 8 version, because that would make me cry. There we go. Marabou cuff wrist right Genesis 9. Save. Make sure that says Marabou. Make sure that says wrist R G9. Looks good. Accept. All right, delete. I don't need those eyes in there. They just confuse things. All right, reload in the outfit. We're moving on to the next one. We're on the arm cuff on the right now. So that gets changed to arm. And I'm going to take G9 off the back of that one. Do you want it on here? Cuff arm right, G9. You are an accessory for an arm, for a right arm, for an upper right arm. All right, select. Oh, once again. Okay. Geometry editing. Delete selected polygons. Good. Okay, save. Use cuff arm right. Okay, you are Marabou cuff arm right. Make sure that says Marabou. And I thought I set that. I must have set the wrong thing somewhere. I could have sworn I did that though. Oh, you needed to be changed. I didn't change you. Let's try this again. Arm, cuff arm right. Yep. I think that's good. Oh, now I have two of these. Oh, I inadvertently named the Genesis. G9. There we are. Okay. We'll head down the left side now. Edit scene identifier. Ooh. Okay, arm, cuff arm L. Cuff arm L. Okay, content type. Accessory arm left upper. Okay, select that, expand it, invert it, delete ski. There we go. Yep. Okay, save. And product name cuff arm LG9. All of that looks fine. Moving along. Okay, we're on the wrist cuff now on the left side. I touched the wrong button. Don't do that. Dum dum dum. V. Okay, so you are cuffed wrist L. And our content type is an accessory for the arm on the left side at the wrist. Select all, invert, delete. Save. And this is the L one. Okay, once again, product. Make sure that that says cuff wrist L, arm, left wrist. Getting there. Got a couple more of these to do. Top and the bottom. So this one just says top. And I didn't need to do that. I can just do it from here, because that automatically got changed. Is good. You, I'm just going to call, you know what? Actually, I wanted to call you like underwear top. Is what we're going to do, because you're more like underwear than you are like a shirt. And I'll probably change the Genesis 8 one to match that. So this should be good. Marabou top G9. All right, accept that. Same drill we did before. Select all of that. Invert. Delete. And then save as top G9. Double check that we don't screw up anything here. Marabou top G9 looks good. Underwear top, fine. Oh my god, she's wearing her underwear in public. The trollop. One more. We got the bottom to do. And then we can start setting up the thumbnails and stuff. Okay, you are. Actually, we can just do this from here. You're a bottom. You're a bottom G9. You are underwear bottom. All right, select that. Get all the connected, do the invert, and delete everything else off. And save that as the bottom. All right, make sure the product's named correctly. Make sure that says bottom. Just a quick check of that. Looks good. With that, I'm going to move this out of here. And we'll just kind of hide you over here. I think this is it right there. Or did I? That says April 18th. That one says April 18th. That one says April 23rd. So that's the one I just moved at 8:43. All right. Now we're going to render out the thumbnails for this. Let's set this to the feminine shape. Do that. We're going to save the, we'll do the shoes. The things that we need to do with the shoes, setting up the poses. And I just went to the Genesis 8 stuff. We don't want that. I went to the wrong fork. Wanted to go down here. There we go. And then select. Apply the heels. Zoom in. Let's put the foot pose on you. Is this where my materials are over in here? No, they're not. They're over here. They're over the other side. We're going to put the gold on these shoes before we save them. There we go. Also, I need to clean your name up because you still got garbage in you. Dang, just us. I guess so. Well, you know, Charles went to sleep already. Just you and me, buddy. You cleaning your run times, me making this stuff. Let me cancel that. And I have no idea what I just did. All right, I'm going to save this a couple of times. We're going to save it once. Like this. And I'm going to make sure this is good. Actually, I'm going to cancel that. I want to check something right in here. See, I got that garbage still in there. We're going to get rid of all of that. That I'm going to leave alone. And you do say footwear. Okay. Now we're going to save you back out over this. Say yes to that. And oh no, I forgot to change that. Cancel this. That's not supposed to say 03 on the end of it. That's right. We're getting there. Eventually I will accidentally be able to save this. Okay, that's good. That looks good. This is probably fine. Okay, now we're going to resave this with the foot pose. So I got to save this as a wearable preset now. I'm just going to double check and make sure that I'm happy with that. I had the wrong thing selected. Let's try that again. That's better. Okay, got you. Do this. Wearable preset. You're sitting. Oh, now I can't see because I'm I'm going to overwrite the heels. I'm sitting here dorking around with a big Adobe House set in an OBJ format you got somewhere. It's a huge, but it works nice. The target already exists. Would you like to replace it? Yes, please. It's good. We want to save the feet posed too, though. Just come down here until we find that left foot. And then we just come down here till we find that right foot. And do a save. Yay. Now I'm going to resave this pose file after this saves. Oh no, I still have nothing to drink. All right, we're good. We're going to save this as a hierarchical pose preset. It even has a pool. Even a pool. Nice. All right, we're going to... Nope, wrong thing. You. Select. Select. And then what I can do is I can expand. Nope. Expand and expand. And then I'm going to come from here all the way down to here. And I'm going to deselect that and that. So this is what I'm saving here. So click on here. Hierarchical pose preset. Yes, please. We're going to save that over the heel pose. Yep. We're going to do this little right click trick and say checked only. So this way it just grabs all the stuff here and accept, and it should be good once it comes back. Now we'll start making... I'm going to delete the shoes again. And we're going to reload everything in. And I'm just going to reset you just to make sure my pose is working. Reset that back to the female shape. Content library. All right, activate. There we go. Feet were posed. Yay. All right. My bottom looks like my bottom. Cuff, arm, L. Should be right there. Cuff, arm, R. Cuff, wrist, L. Cuff, wrist, R. Yes. There's the headpiece. That should have popped up on the head. We're just double checking, making sure that something says headpiece right there. We got the shoes in already. All we need is our top. There we go. And that's what it looks like all together. So I'm going to save it like that. It's a wearable preset. This is just going to be exclamation point outfit. So it sits at the very beginning of the list. So it's easy just to load the whole thing all at once without having to go put all the pieces on. Looking good. We're also going to save the feet posed. Kind of like what we did with the shoes, only with the entire set. Is good, except that. All right, now I'm going to torture you with thumbnails for the next 10 minutes. And then we're going to call it a night. This is just a tedious night of getting stuff that needs to get done. Then we'll be back Saturday. Hopefully I will have some ideas for new projects. I should be close to finishing this. I mean, it's basically a completely usable outfit right now, I think, except I got to tweak the shoes a little bit still. And I'm going to make some more map files. And we have to make the T-Force files and things like that. Anywho, Control D, let's do that. All right, let's hide. And we're just going to start rolling through. So we're going to do these thumbnails and call it a night. That's probably good. Okay, you go. See, we're over in the Genesis 8 still. Okay, you go there. All right, I'm going to delete, and we're just going to reload everything in one at a time. Makes it a little easier for me to keep track of stuff that way. So I can just kind of bring that in, and then we can just zoom in and render. You got the whole house and yard full of gotta get done stuff. Maybe next year. You got plenty of time. That's probably good enough. Tell Joe it's physical therapy and have her do it. Did I save? I hit the wrong button. She probably wouldn't fall for that though. She's probably just a little cleverer than that. There we go. Yo, Farrell, how are you doing? Check my DMs. Did I forget to do something again? To start making on Saturday? I might do something like that. I'll put it on the think of list. That's done. Was just saying bye to your daughter and decided to put you on. Thanks, I appreciate that. I don't know. I can't even spell feral anymore. Damn it. I don't know if the feral command still works. I think I have to update the feral command. Ever since Streamlabs wiped out all my CloudBot commands. We still have the rod command. I did migrate that. Also, I forgot to do the Charles command. All right, that's done. Let's save you. Okay, you find out more about the pants, and well, yeah, I would have to make a top to go with them. A nice matching top would be good. I don't know. Some people can sell just pants, or can they really? Just because they do doesn't mean they actually are selling it. That was probably good. Moving on to the next one. You know, just getting something in the dad store doesn't really mean you're selling a lot of them. All right, probably good enough on that. Get this one done. It's supposed to be rhinestones, but they just look like shiny dots to me. My maps aren't gigantic enough to give those proper resolution to look like rhinestones. But they're nice and shiny. I like them. I actually kind of like that. All right, you are good. Zoom, zoom. Let's do this. Where are we at? We're on the crown of the headpiece. Probably good enough. Nope, I clicked the wrong. No, I got the right button. All my buttons are starting to look alike. All right, did we do the shoes? We haven't done the shoes yet. Did I click on the right thing? I did. Okay. Okay, we got two more. We're going to render the feet. So I'm going to bring that back into view. And we're going to give that a dark mannequin shader on the feet. And then we got the top. And then we're going to make the thumbnails. And then we're going to rate out. That's done. So this is the last of the, nope, there's that one right there. Then we do the top. So hide you, bring you back, zoom in. Control R. We're over 2,000 iterations already, probably good. Save that there. Okay. Let's get into that directory. Let's get rid of these bad thumbnails. And then we're going to resize these, rename them, and that's going to be it. And we'll just take a look and say, ooh, how pretty. All right, resize is good. There we go. And 10. All right, we're going to clean those up to be, change that to that. All right, let's refresh and see how we're looking. There we go. Looking good. All right, I'm going to call it here for the night. I think it is 9:01. We will be back Saturday. We will be making something in Daz. I'll come up with stuff. Well, I'll take a look at the Farrell's pants too, and shirt set. Although I do have some ideas for skimpy ass fantasy wear, and skimpy ass science fiction show girl, and there's always the 1950s combat dude. Generic is going to get eaten by the ants. Gotta have those. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. It was good to see you, Rod. Good to see you, Farrell. Hope Charles is feeling better. And tell Joe, hope glad the therapy or the visit with the therapist went well. I'm gonna put you aside. And by the way, once again, happy National Picnic Day. Get out there, feed the ants. Ants need that food. And it's also Cherry Cheesecake Day. Although AI seemed to have made me a cranberry cheesecake. That looks more like cranberries than cherries. But anyhow, thank you, AI art. It's ethical AI art, so don't worry about it. Anyhow, let's see. We will be back Saturday at 1 p.m. and then there's the Saturday night social. I don't have any commands or anything. I still have to get off my butt, fix my commands for those. So let's go do a raid. I don't even have proper raid calls anymore, so just say raid or something. There's only there's only two people here. One of them's probably my bot, and the other one's probably Rod, who's asleep. No, he's organizing his runtimes. I'm totally positive that's what's going on. So it's just a two-person raid, quiet two-person raid. Is Dr. DK on? So it's just a two-person raid, quiet two-person raid. Is Dr. DK on? Now I can hear myself in the background. Why can't I hear myself? Dr. DK is on. We're gonna go over and say hi to my friend.
They put me on a train.
Bad Tooth Records. It is my 43-month sub-anniversary over there. So let's go over and say hi to our good friend Dan. You'll tell her, excellent. Yeah, I hope you're here too on Saturday. Yeah, but anyhow, I'm gonna go over and say hi to Dr. DK, Bad Tooth Records. So feel free to join the raid. And if you get over there, feel free to just grab a generic raid call and throw it in the chat or something. /raid. One of these days I'll actually get off my butt and fix my commands. At least these commands. Also, I got to fix Farrell's command. Farrell needs a sounder too now that she's popping in occasionally. Anyhow, did that work? I think that worked. I used the command. I've got 2 viewers. We're going to go say hi to Bad Tooth Records. Anyhow, thank you all for being here. I hope you all have a good rest of a Thursday or Friday for those of you on the happy side of the planet. Hey, if you're on YouTube, like and subscribe. Anyhow, hasta la vista, baby.